Okay, so we finished strategic marketing. Now we're going to look at marketing communications, getting your message out to people. And this is what most people think marketing is, so that's great. But let's look at that. And the first thing I want to say is you've got to make your message really clear. So there's a book called Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug, that's spelled Krug, and it's brilliant. Trust me, buy that book. Buy a copy of Don't Make Me Think. I'm not on commission, I don't get any money from it, but it's just the perfect book on the subject. It's a classic. And what he says in there is that when people are flicking through your website, and obviously originally when he wrote the book it was about promotional materials, but now it's websites. When they're flicking through the website, they don't have much time, and also they're probably a bit lazy. So if anything's not clear, they're just going to miss it. You've probably got 5 seconds for them to flick through the website, and if they can't understand it, you're out. So you've got to make everything really clear on your website. And I'm amazed, quite often people's websites are like a sort of puzzle, and you have to work out where to click and how do you actually get to the list of products. And obviously you can test this by getting, your mum or somebody to have a look at your website. You can even pay professional people to test the user experience of what it's like on your website. But however you do it, you need to find out about that. I think it's actually quite fascinating just to get a friend to look at your website and watch them while they're clicking. And you'll see them going, well, where's this bit? And why doesn't that? Why isn't that clickable? I'm clicking on it and nothing's happening. So watch somebody look at your website and make sure it's just super smooth. Because you know your product or your service inside out. So to you, everything's obvious, but to your customers, it's not. And a subset of this is your pricing. So your pricing needs to be really clear. What does it cost? What do I get for that? What's included? What's not included? Because if people aren't sure of the price, they're just going to think, oh, I'll go somewhere else. My pet hate actually in shops is where sometimes there's a product and it doesn't have a price on. It's always the thing I want and it doesn't have a price. And I'm not talking about posh shops where nothing has a price on, but just an ordinary shop, pair of socks, there's no price. I'm never going to buy them if there isn't a price. And it's the same on your website. If it's not easy to work out what it's going to cost, if you've got some weird, complicating pricing strategy thing, people are just going to think, oh, I can't be bothered. So everything's got to be super clear. And even your offering generally has to be really clear. What am I getting? So I got an email the other day, would I like to join a community of SME business owners as part of an accelerator program? And I just thought, what is that? I can't be bothered to find out. I'm too busy, bin. Now, that accelerator program, it sounds kind of sexy, and it was probably brilliant, but I just didn't have enough time to investigate it. I thought, I don't know what it is, out. If they just had a few bullets underneath saying, we meet every week, we help each other with this, you get advice on this, and it costs this, I might have done it. But it was too obscure, and because they hadn't clarified what it was, I wondered whether they were hiding something, whether it perhaps wasn't as good as it was pretending to be, because it was slightly coy. So don't make me think, don't make me have to do any work, just make it really easy for me. And that's what your website and all of your promotional material should be like.